12s, they're bringing the trophy home. Your Seahawks, Super Bowl 48 champions.
Seattle's defense is just lethal, man. They are on another level. I cannot believe I was this wrong about how lethal and awesome they are.
Trophy up again. Hey! What's next on three? 1, 2, 3. What's next? Say thanks to this football team. This is an extraordinary group of young men that have come together. They have come together to do something very special, and it's just not 1 year. We're just getting warmed up, if you know what I'm talking about. It's extraordinary, this relationship that we have with the 12s. There's nothing like it in professional sports, maybe anywhere in the world. Thank you so very much. We love you. We'll be back again. We're going to do something special again. See ya.
A little bit about what it's been like to be Pete Carroll over these last 3 days.
Well, it's been a whirlwind. There's been a lot going on. I feel responsible for a lot of people right now. Certainly, from the family to the organization, our players and the coaches and all that, but it extends well beyond that, as you go out into our community and the area that follows. There's just a lot of people that really care a lot about what we're doing, and our game hit them really hard, and I thought they might need me.
You're answering a little
some.
bit like Pete Carroll, the football coach, and let me try it again. What's it been like to be Pete Carroll, the human being, over these past 3 days?
I started off with having to get right. I had to get my mind right so that I could take on what I was going to have to do. That was face everybody and give them some perspective so that we can move ahead.
Problems in the Seattle locker room. Sean, I'm going to let Michael start. What's going on, boss? What's going on in that old team's locker room?
Let me tell you, it's nothing going on in that locker room.
Touchdown, Luke Wilson.
Seattle's in a position where if they win their last 4, they'll win the NFC West.
Seattle, the 2014 NFC West champions. They clinch a first-round bye.
Toward the end zone.
Come on, game over. Touchdown. The game is over. The Seahawks are going back to the Super Bowl.
clock all the way down. They're bleeding it right down to half a minute. 2nd and goal. Baldwin sets up on the left. Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal.
Lynch in the backfield. Russell looks, throws inside. Oh my God, it's picked off at the goal line. It's picked off by Butler. Intended for Lockett at the goal line. Oh my word, with 20 seconds left. Oh my word.
What happened? They overlapped it, undercut the route. Man.
And I'm sorry, but I can't believe the call.
Me neither.
I cannot believe the call. You've got Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. You've got a guy that's been borderline unstoppable in this part of the field. I can't believe the call.
You are on the 1-yard line, and you have number 24, and you drop back pass. Are you kidding me? What are they doing on offense?
I put the blame on me. I'm the one through it. So, it's something you learn from, something you grow from. I'm proud of our guys because by the way that we, got down the field there in that situation, made so many great plays down the field, and we're right there.
During the highlight, you said the worst call in Super Bowl history.
And I didn't stutter. That was the worst play call in Super Bowl history. Then the second demotion, that was the worst decision by a quarterback. You have Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. Michael alluded to the best running back in football this season. And you chance it with a pass play. You called a pass play. First of all, that was wrong. But to actually make that throw, that was the second wrong. 2 wrongs on one play. It's leaving everyone. They're leaving the stadium saying, "Are you kidding me?" It's the worst play call in Super Bowl history.
It seemed to me that Pete Carroll was more interested in Russell Wilson coming to the rescue than just winning the football game. Now, you might sit there and say that's an accusation, but when you consider what the options were, the position that you're in, being on the 1-yard line, 20 seconds left, a timeout with at least 2 chances, if not 3, to give the football to beast mode, and somehow, some way, this guy that you've leaned on for the last several years, you don't give the ball to in that situation. And it's not because of a read option play or a bootleg for Russell Wilson. It's because you want to throw it to Ricardo Lockett. Really? No. This is about Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll blew this game. New England took it to some degree. We understand, otherwise trying to take credit away from them. But when you consider the options that were available to that head coach to make this decision, I'm telling you right now, this is going to haunt Pete Carroll for many, many years, if not the rest of his career. A Super Bowl championship was lost last night because this man didn't call Marshawn Lynch's number. After that's the guy whose number you called all these years. Inexcusable.
You're an elite quarterback. You've achieved more than virtually anybody else in the first 3 years of their NFL career. But the difference between winning 1 and winning 2 Super Bowls is like this in those first 3 years, yet the difference is only 1 play.
1 play, 1 yard.
That would eat at me.
I wouldn't say it eats at me, it's just constantly in my mind. Never ever imagine failure.
I know you try to stay above the fray. I was surprised after the interception. There was no show of emotion.
Now all I could think about was the future. All I think about was the next opportunity that I have. And I've always been that way, no matter win or lose.
I'm proud of him for being able to do that because it is unusual. But I do think that he's designed a mentality and been raised to take it, and that's because of a deep belief in his own ability and who he is and what he's all about.
You know, when we won the Super Bowl, you know, I was able to hold up the Lombardi Trophy, one of the coolest experiences, you know, you have in life. And as I lower the Lombardi Trophy, all I'm thinking about is the next one. And then when you lose the game on the 1 yard line, it's like, man, all this whole season, you know, it comes down to that, and they make a play. And call me crazy, I don't know, but all I can think about is the next one.
Meanwhile, Newton takes a knee, and the Carolina Panthers are headed to their 4th NFC Championship game with a 7-point win here at home over Seattle.
I'm done. I'm not playing football anymore.
36-20, and the Falcons are going to the NFC Championship. What a way to close this building out as well. Unbelievable.
Look for the Seattle Seahawks to look different in 2018. After missing the playoffs for the first time since 2011, this offseason, Seattle will have a number of important personnel decisions to make.
What are we to make now of the Legion of Boom?
They're old.
Max, let me ask you this. Was the Legion of Boom holding Seattle back?
Clearly, yes. The answer is yes.
Cam Chancellor and his recent decision to retire from the NFL.
Earl Thomas, the former Seahawks Pro Bowler, is signing with the Baltimore Ravens. This is
Here's this little pop-up kick, and that could not have been any easier. Fielded by Beasley. Rodgers throws, passes, caught Jimmy Graham. First down.
The Seahawks defense is historically terrible. In fact, they're so awful that calling them historically terrible might still be an understatement.
A positive for the rest of the team. Watch out here. Picked. Williams. Touchdown Rams. Goff keeps. Has Woods. Touchdown.
You know, I told these guys I have no place in my brain for this outcome. We were planning on winning.
With some nice running. Henry trying to turn it on. Inside the 30. Stays on his feet. And he will go. Derrick Henry. 60 yards.
Geno Smith will drop deep. He'll pump. He'll take it. Lost the football. Knocked out by Watt. Recovered by Devin Bush, who circles the right way.
Going for it all is Wilson. End zone interception. Amos comes away with it.
What did we see yesterday? Because that was one of the worst football games for a heavily anticipated game. That was tough to watch. It was awful. It was bad.
All sorts of time. Throws.
Hey, what's going on with this offense? 13 points in 2 games.
Yeah, it's really surprising now that we're back a couple weeks with Russ back in there and that we had such a hard time scoring.
Bygones. And not only do I think they should part ways, I think Pete Carroll, it might be the end for Pete Carroll as well. But for Russ for so long, you've seen when Russ went down this year, Molly and Swagoo. You've seen all the holes with that organization that got covered up because Russell Wilson was the quarterback.
How would we assess the significance of what this season has become for his future? I think it could be his last season in Seattle. I think that's Jeff Saturday. Great.
Tom Pelissero reports that there is a deal in principle to send 9-time Pro Bowl quarterback Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos in exchange for a massive haul, multiple first-round draft picks, additional picks later, and players. Do not adjust your television. Russell Wilson will cook in Denver. Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero now with me with this news. Tom, okay, that happened.
Andrew, this is a deal that has been in the works in recent weeks. Talks heated up last week at the NFL Scouting Combine. This deal is now happening. Russell Wilson is about to be a Denver Bronco. Now, we will see what the final compensation ends up being. My understanding is it is going to involve multiple, likely 2 first-round picks, additional picks, and players going to Seattle. Now, of course, there have been rumblings about Russell Wilson's future dating back to last offseason. And the Seahawks have been consistent in saying they did not have plans to trade Wilson. The only way it was going to happen was if they got a transformational type of deal for the organization. The Denver Broncos were on the short list for Russell Wilson. Now this deal is headed toward completion. Wilson has a no trade clause. He is expected to waive it. Russell Wilson headed to Denver.
You just got Russell Wilson, and what do I sit over here day after day and tell you? It is a quarterback's game.
And no price is too steep to be able to get it.
Listen, seriously, from my heart of hearts, there are only a handful of quarterbacks capable of taking a team to the Super Bowl. Now, there is the Trent Dilfer syndrome, where you can, as a Baltimore Raven, go win a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer if you have maybe the all-time greatest defense, in an era when defense still prevailed.
Right, you can't do that now, Skip, because they don't let you play defense like that.
I got it. There is the Brad Johnson syndrome. Once upon a time in 2002, Brad Johnson led the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I put quotes around, led them to the Super Bowl because our man Derek Brooks would argue with your man Ray Lewis that defense was even better than the Ravens defense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the era where defense could rise up and say, we are going to lead this team to a Super Bowl.
Correct.
To your point, you can't do it anymore. You have to have one of the top tier quarterbacks to lift you and lead you to a Super Bowl. So no price is too steep. It just doesn't matter, which is why your Denver Broncos just pulled off the steal of the century. This is flat out highway robbery of Russell Wilson. I still can't believe it. I slept on it and I thought I'll wake up and it'll be just a bad dream that your Broncos are back in business. They are way back in business because look at what just happened to the odds. They just vaulted, as we just pointed out, all the way up to the 5th best odds. That they're all the way up. They went from 20-1 all the way up to 12-1 just because they got themselves a quarterback.
We got more breaking news out of the NFL where the Seattle Seahawks are making more waves. The franchise is releasing longtime captain and defensive mainstay Bobby Wagner, which comes per multiple reports. Wagner spent the first 10 seasons of his pro career in Seattle. He was named to the All-Pro team in 8 of those seasons. Wagner ranks first in Seahawks franchise history in tackles and second in tackles for loss. The move will save Seattle $16.6 million against the cap next season. So that's 2 legends in 10 hours for the 12s. Wagner, with no half measures, a legend at the position. An 8-time Pro Bowler, a Super Bowl champion, and the anchor of the famous Legion of Boom.
You just talked about Kuechly, another one of your former teammates, Bobby Wagner, is on the move now. Is he kind of not the same, but similar in his preparation?
Yeah, I'm shocked that they let Russ.
Hey, they're rebuilding, right? They're rebuilding. They're saying they're not rebuilding, but that is 2 pillars that you're just.
Those 2 guys are that team. They're that pulse. They're the heart. They're all the cliches of what guys are for a team. Those 2 guys are that. Russ on offense, and obviously Bobby for a decade on defense. So I was really, really surprised to see them not only move away from Russ, but also in the same day, in the same breath, get rid of who's a Hall of Fame linebacker, in a few years. So
they get rid of Russ and Wagner on the same day. They're in the middle of a rebuild. And why are they still very adamant that we're not rebuilding? Is that just for the fans, or are they telling that to Pete Carroll? So Pete Carroll still wants to go in there and chew gum. Like, this feels like this is a very blatant rebuild. They got the 9th pick overall now, so they can bundle that alongside the 2 1s that they get from Denver and the 2 2s and a couple other players, and maybe make a big-time play for Deshaun Watson, depending upon what happens on Friday. But it feels like they're just a team that's dead all of a sudden. Am I missing something in there?
It does feel that way, but of course they're not going to come out and say we are rebuilding. How would you attract any free agents if you're saying we're rebuilding? What does that do for the message sent to your team that you currently have if you say we are rebuilding? Also, it might be a little bit for Pete Carroll, like, hey man, Pete, I'm sure does not like the word rebuild. So yeah, maybe they do go out there and try to make some kind of splash move with those picks they got.
Excited about what's coming next, preparing for the draft. The guys I'm hopping back and forth between the draft room and Matt Thomas's office, trying to do some deals and work with our staff in conjunction with the coaching staff. And like Pete was saying, from a culture standpoint, things haven't changed since we walked through the doors together in 2010, getting to learn each other and spend time together. And it is like a family. It is like a marriage, as Pete has said over the years. We don't necessarily agree on everything right away. Sometimes we see eye to eye. We got to work through things. We got to negotiate together, and you have tough decisions to make. And we're excited to be working together and moving forward and seeing where we can take this thing.
We know that this trade affected us in a number of ways. We immediately, with players coming in, the draft.
Draft capital,
yeah, the draft capital that we gained this year's draft and next year's draft was a rare opportunity for us. We've drafted so often on the bottom of the rounds and stuff, and to get an opportunity to get these picks are huge. But also to make this happen, I think it's worth mentioning that we've had tremendous support from our ownership.
Yes.
Jody was incredibly tuned in. You guys have heard me talk before, but I'm going to say it again because it just happened all over again through this process. She supported us, challenged us. It demanded that we were sure what we were doing, and we could account for all of the thoughts and the background and all of the work that we needed to do to put this together. But when it came right down to it, she said, "What I see this doing to you guys, John, you're back in your wheelhouse. Pete, you're back in your wheelhouse." And she's stating, knowing that we have so many opportunities to work and deal and wheel hopefully our creative approach to what we do and make really positive things happen. And she saw it in me too. The team's going to be a little bit younger here right off the bat because you're adding so many draft picks that it goes right back to where we started with our program, that we were the youngest team to win the Super Bowl in history. Okay, we remember that. Well, there's some makeup to that. There's some design to that, and it's exciting to us to understand we're in that. With her support, it just made it where we functioned right through the process, and we're able to pull this thing all together. And like Johnny said, it's historic for the franchise. I don't know about for the league, but it's one that we're gonna capitalize on. We're gonna make the very most out of this, and really, as we're in it and as we approach the opportunities, we're gonna kick butt in every aspect of it. So.
With the 9th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Charles Cross, tackle, Mississippi State.
Okay, so Charles Cross will go and protect Drew Lock or Geno Smith or whatever rookie they might draft in this draft.
This is your prototypical left tackle, 6'5", 300 pounds, sub-5 40-yard dash guy who plays his side, the left side, the blind side, and Charles Cross now goes to the Pacific Northwest, a team that looks very different than it has over the last decade when it has had Russell Wilson and now has a lot of uncertainty. What do we know about Charles Cross?
Insanely athletic, which seems to be a recurring theme with these offensive tackles. The issue with him is he's not as great a run blocker as he is a pass blocker. He's a pretty good run blocker. Now, sometimes the comparison is Andre Dillard, who played under Mike Leach at Washington State. They are not the same players. You can watch tape of Charles Cross run blocking guys deep into the secondary, and I think, is he the perfect fit of all the offensive tackles in Seattle? I think Ike Kwanu would have probably been better because that's his game, run blocking. But he does provide protection for Drew Lock. They still have picks 40 and 41 if they want to think about quarterbacks there. I passed the one here. I think with 2 off the board, you take the offensive tackle here, check that box and move on.
Seattle Seahawks select Kenneth Walker, running back, Michigan State.
Oh, this guy, they are going to love him in Seattle. They're going to saddle him up and just hit people with him.
Goes there to Seattle out of Michigan State. He's the second running back off the board. I'm not sure I understand the running back pick here. Rashard Penny started to play really well at the end of the year. I figure they just say he's your guy, and they also have some backups there. Can you make sense of the running back pick for me there, Pete?
Well, Penny's on a one-year deal. He came back on a one-year deal. So
you think he's going someplace else?
Well, I mean, he's going to play this year, and then we'll see what happens. But you know what I call this? Organizational arrogance. That's what I call this. Look, John Schneider's a really good general manager. I've had many an argument with John. I was wrong about Russell Wilson. He was right. But he's wrong about this. You don't need running backs anymore. You just don't. And they have so many other needs on this roster. Why not address those needs? You can't go running back here when you have Penny, you have Carson. You can get a guy later in the draft. I know they believe in the run game, but that's outdated.
Would you rather make a quarterback here? Would you feel more comfortable with that? Because there's still everyone's out there except for
probably taking Sam Howell.
Unless they don't like and don't believe in the. I mean, because listen, you take a quarterback early, you don't believe in him. You're tied to a quarterback when you take him early. Do you like the running back pick? And then I'll get to the defensive side pick, which is actually the pick right before.
Love Ken Walker. Don't love to fit in Seattle for the reasons that Pete's talking about. The other thing is, you go back to the first round. They got Charles Cross, which he was my offensive tackle 3. I love him, but what's the knock on him? Run blocking. So, are you now taking Ken Walker to offset the concerns about him developing as a run blocker? And he's a great player, don't get me wrong, but in terms of comparing him to Evan Neal and Nicky Kwanu, he's not quite there yet. But I'm with Pete. As far as good as Ken Walker is, there are much bigger needs for a team. They started off good with the edge rusher, and then they sort of fell back into their ways with the running back.
Hello?
Hey, is this Tariq?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Tariq, it's John Schneider with Seattle Seahawks. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Just over here waiting to hear my name called.
Well, your name is being called right here, brother. We can't wait to get you up here, okay?
I do like their draft. I just think they went in a different direction than I would have.
I didn't like it at all. I gave them a C-. And you know, if I give you a C-, you didn't do a good job.
Wow.
Based on some of the points that Pete hit on, you look at the offensive structure. When you don't have a franchise quarterback, you finally try to add pieces. They should have did this years ago when they had Russell Wilson. I love Cross. I think Cross would be a phenomenal player. But some of the other moves, Kenneth Walker, you got Rashard Penny, who came along strong a year ago. I understand he's under, a 1-year deal. And then you still have Chris Carson, who you paid some money to. The only issue with Chris Carson has been durability. But when he's been healthy, he can go. So me personally, when you look at their division, and let's keep it real, they're in the midst of a rebuild.
Hello, 12s. I'm Jen Mueller with your Seahawks Daily, and it is the biggest storyline of camp. Who starts under center week 1? It is easy to picture Geno Smith in that role because of his familiarity with the scheme and the amount of reps he's getting with the ones.
I feel great. When I'm out there, I feel like I have, complete control over what I'm seeing. And, I feel like my reads and getting the ball out on time, being early, being decisive, all those things that, you want to do, I feel like I've been doing them.
Geno came to Seattle in 2019 as the backup to Russell Wilson. A chance to be the regular starter for the first time since 2013 and 14 with the Jets is something he doesn't take for granted.
I'm going to keep doing everything I can with the twos, leading those guys, letting them feel me every single day, feeling like it's the most important rep, not only to me again, but to them as well. And that'll help this team grow. Being able to have such a good 1-2 punch with the ones and the twos, that helps these practices flow. It helps this team grow, and that's just kind of my idea on it. I'm going to keep doing everything I can with these twos right now, and let time sort it all out.
So when you look at this quarterback competition, if you're the Seattle Seahawks, you had to want Drew Lock to come in and not only wow you, but win the locker room.
Absolutely.
This tells me he has not. And when Pete Carroll says Geno Smith has held on to the starting job. Right? I don't like that. I want taking control of it. I want has totally won it. I want has shown us beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is the best guy to lead this team to victory. That's not what we got. And so if I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan, if I'm Mina Kimes, right now I'm trying to find the fastest laser tattoo removal to at least take my tat off. And now I can.
She got a Seahawks tat. Super Bowl.
I can switch.
Yes.
She can switch alliances, Laura. At least for a year.
Mina, if you're watching right now, are you picking a new team? You're absolutely not. She's got a lot more gumption to her than that.
You look good, 7'9". You look like you're ready to play. Look, you ready to play today. Let's get it. Let's be focused today. Let's lock in. Let's lead these boys.
B-Mac, I'm going to go back to you because I want to talk about your guy, curly haired Russell Wilson. He's now in Denver. Is he going to save that franchise from itself? Drew Lock has moved on as part of that trade to Seattle. Caesars has him at 10 wins. Are you buying Russ Wilson to Denver, or are you a little worried about that?
I'm buying it, but I think we will see some issues. You know, you talk about a new quarterback going to a new organization, a new coaching regime there, first-year head coach. It's going to be a lot of turnover, but I see, ideally, with this team, I see push. I see them winning at least double digits.
Now we're starting to get into teams who've really made improvements this offseason, and it's the Denver Broncos here with a win total of 10, something they have not done since Peyton Manning was the quarterback.
Yeah, and I'm taking the over here in part because I think there's a good chance they could land directly in this number.
With the 39th pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Geno Smith, quarterback, West Virginia.
Well, I believe the draft promo was "How you like me now?"
Here we go, it's on now.
And I think they like this pick in Radio City Music Hall.
Geno, what is your reaction to being drafted by the New York Jets?
Oh, man, I'm just extremely blessed. I mean, you know, the only person I can thank is God for this, man. I mean, when you talk about all the stuff I've been through, you know, in my lifetime, you know, I think it's well deserved. And, you know, the work's just beginning for me, so, you know, I'm just proud to be a Jet.
How would you describe the emotions that you've been through over the course of the past 24 hours?
You know, it's been tough. You know, it's been hard to gut out. But, you know, I'm a man first. And I stand up here today because, you know, God has kept me. And that's really all I can say.
Because as a football player, he just looks like he stinks right now. 17 interceptions in the 21 games that he has played in his career. Come on, bro. It's just bad.
In Jets training camp, Geno Smith is out 6 to 10 weeks with a broken jaw. That as a result, as Todd Bowles has just said, of a sucker punch from one of his teammates, and that player has been released.
But Geno Smith? Geno Smith is the guy you start when you don't have a franchise quarterback.
You know, the tough part is just, you know, preparing so hard all those years and then going out there on game day and not being able to play. I feel like I still have a lot of football left in me.
For the first time since 2012, fans will watch a quarterback battle play out in the preseason. That is one of the biggest storylines going into the game.
The referee didn't agree with it.
All right, first down again. Smith fires over the middle, and that's his best pass of the night, right on the money, inside the 10-yard line. Third down and goal. Fake handoff to home, and this time Geno Smith, who can run, trying to get in, and he does. Takes a hit right there, but that did not stop him. Geno Smith gets in for the first Seattle touchdown. James Pierre met him there, but could not stop him from crossing. A big test for the Steelers as they try to keep them away from Pater. Locke springs in, and Buddy Johnson was there in coverage, but the touchdown is made. And they have been that way. Down the stretch last year, they were. Locke, Dallas. And he beats Mark Robinson in coverage. Still on his feet, he leaps into the end zone. What a play there by DJ Dallas, who's been the star of the game for Seattle.
I apologize for those listeners.
That was a 17-yard touchdown pass by Locke. And this is a two-point conversion, and it's good to knock this tie. With 1:17 left after the fourth down play fails. Here comes Mark Robinson. And that's a
We got a lot done here tonight and saw where we are in some areas of our football that was really, really obvious. I love the way we ran the football. I thought the quarterbacks were really efficient. Protection was pretty darn good.
The look at the Seahawks game against Chicago, one that Drew Lock was expected to start until testing positive for COVID on Tuesday.
Practicing, having no cards, of course, when we first started to install the offense, and then, as I got more comfortable with the offense, it's just,
Well, the Seahawks' second preseason game is one they would like to forget, but instead they are going to use the 27-11 loss to the Bears as a teaching tool.
I think we, again, just started a little slow, had some self-inflicted wounds, some things that we can control that really set us back, and that's the reason for the preseason, for us to get those things out. And so obviously there's a ton of room for improvement and a lot of things that we have to improve on very fast.
The Seahawks close out their preseason schedule in Dallas with plenty of battles for fans to watch.
This game is really important because it's kind of a makeup deal. So I'm going to make sure to take care of business on that.
As Coach Carroll said earlier in the week, Drew Lock needs to play a lot of football after missing time last week, including the game against Chicago. Pete also reiterated the competition is ongoing.
I want to let the guys battle and let them show where they are and let us get as much information as possible. I know it's not supposed to be a good situation when you have two quarterbacks. It means you don't have one, as the old saying, but I don't know if we might have two ones. We'll see what happens.
15 games his second year.
Oh!
And breaking on that one.
Late.
Ufuamu with his second interception of this preseason. Lock going deep downfield. At the goal line. Penny Hart. Touchdown Seahawks.
He's right there.
Yeah, Duran had
he's right there.
The empty backfield, three receivers to the left. Drew Lock over the middle. Noriki picked up 22 yards, first down at the 48. And right to Deshaun Wright.
That was the trap coming.
Right after we bragged on him.
Saw that.
Field almost. Wanye Thomas.
A lot of these guys that are playing right now, we're going to need come 2 weeks. So making sure. Let's go! That's one of them.
Making sure something like that happens, Bill.
Overall, an up and down day for the quarterback, who finished with 171 yards passing, a touchdown, but 3 interceptions.
He was awesome about it. He knows how to go to the next. He knows he's a good player, and so it doesn't knock him down if he makes a mistake or something doesn't go right. He jumps right back. I know he's disappointed tonight that it didn't work out better, but I made note of it in the game. He was ready to go right the next time again. We just wanted to get Jake a little shot in there at the end. I would have loved to have seen him had the last couple plays too. But he bounced back very well. He's got a really good mentality about it.
I think there's 3 throws I definitely want back. I think there's a lot of good plays on tape too, though. Learn from those bad ones. Just take care of the football.
The Seahawks turn the page on the preseason now and look ahead to week 1 and know that Geno Smith will be under center.
And Geno's going to start. That he's going to start the opener, and he's earned it. He's won the job with the time and the time frames that got messed up for us for Drew. He just ran out of time in making his bid for it, and so I'm clear about that. So I just want to let you know, so everybody knows, so you don't have to ask about it anymore.
Obviously, I'm thankful for the opportunity and grateful, but I have a lot of work ahead of me. That was my mindset from the start. Just getting ready to go out there and win games. And so this is just step 1 in that process, but, it's really about winning. None of this will matter if we don't go out and win the games we're supposed to win.
That closes out the biggest storyline of the preseason, and Seattle closes out its preseason with a 27-26 loss against the Cowboys. Week 1 is September 12th, Monday Night Football against the Denver Broncos at Lumen Field.
That's why I like this game, this matchup, and this challenge for us to make sure that we understand the principles and how you deal with it, so that this game isn't any different than any other game. But yet it's the biggest game we'll ever play. It's the only one we got. And so it is championship game time. And the setting will be that. The players will feel that and sense that with all of the build up to the game and the Monday night and the whole thing, and we need to deal with it really well and handle it really well. That means that we play like we're capable.
My experience in Seattle was one of a kind. 10 years, I couldn't imagine those years not being in my life, and how special they were, and how many games we won, and how many amazing thrillers, and just Super Bowl we won, and everything else. So I'm gonna think about all those memories and everything else, and the joy of that, and the gratitude of that. And then also, we got a football game to play, so I'm excited to just get out there and play again. I love this game.
It's the reception by the 12s on Monday that's up in the air.
You're either competing or you're not. I'm leaving up the 12s. It's game time, and we're going for it. And so however they take it, I'll follow their lead on that. I mean, I'm not going to be involved with that kind of opportunity to react, so I don't have to make that decision. I will see what happens, but I'm leaving up to the 12s. I think they'll know exactly what to do.
It'll definitely be an experience I've never experienced before, but it'll also be an experience that I'm going to enjoy the journey of it all. My focus is going to be on joy. My focus is going to be on my teammates and us playing our best football that we can possibly play against a really good football team.
Look, as much as I believe in Pete Carroll, and I don't know why he was saying yesterday the expectations should still be high. Pete, embrace the fact that the expectations are low. Then if you're 9-8, it looks like you did a good job. Your Coach of the Year material if you say, yeah, we're not going to be very good this year. And I think Russell Wilson will be on a mission, will be determined, and he's got the better team. Yeah, the Broncos are 4th place in the AFC West, but they're still better than the Seahawks right now. I think 28-14. I think the Broncos handle this one, creating a false sense that they're ready to really contend in the AFC. I think the reality is the Seahawks aren't ready to contend in the NFC.
Oh, what a Monday night it is going to be. What a Monday night it already is. From Lumen Field, Monday Night Football to open the 2022 season. The Seahawks taking on their former quarterback, Russell Wilson, and the Denver Broncos.
Let's go. Lead it, baby.
Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Showtime, bro. Showtime, bro.
What do you know? What do you know? It starts today. What do you know? We know what the f going on, man. We know who we up against. It's about us. It ain't about nobody. It's a brotherhood. Believe this. Let's fly around and do what we do. And always know, mama watching. Let's go to work.
From the goal line, Dallas to the 30-yard line. Broncos defense struggled on 3rd down a year ago. Pass is caught wide open. That's Lockett. Blitz. Homer picked it up briefly, and Smith flipped. Wide open, caught. Disley, touchdown. What a start. Fake it to Williams. Wilson flips it, and what a catch by Andrew Beck. And puts the Broncos on the board. Sets up a 1st down at the 46. Here's Penny. Breaks the tackle. Still rumbling. And the ball came out, recovered by Seattle and Austin Blythe, the center who is downfield. This one is good. Wilson floats it. There's Judy. Pass caught. Judy still going.
down inside the 20, and touchdown Denver Broncos.
That's one of those young corners for Seattle. Kobe Bryant playing the slot. He's locked up man coverage. It shouldn't even have been contested. Jerry Jeudy got past him so fast that if Wilson had been able to get the ball out and hit him in stride, there's nobody behind him. Strongly about without resistance from the quarterback.
2nd and 10. Pass is caught on the sideline as the grab is made by Marquise Goodwin. Wanting Fant to go in motion, fake toss. A lot of room over there. Floated, pass caught. Parkinson to the 30. Smith.
Through downfield, Parkinson. Touchdown! Seahawks! Geno Smith. An absolutely perfect pass down the seam. Playing like a magician tonight.
McManus drills it. And this is a 17-13 lead for the home team. Wilson airs it out. Deep shot. A lot of contact and a flag. Tariq Woolen was hooked up against Cortland Sutton and a flag comes out inside the 10.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 27. Molly placed at the spot of the foul. First down Denver.
Play action. Pass caught by Jeudy, who has a touchdown in the game, and he cannot get through. And that's going to be another delay of game. They're going to shut this play down. 2nd and goal. Pass is caught by Boone, and a good play is made by Josh Jones. Underneath, pass caught. And they are going to call short of the end zone Melvin Gordon on a strong tackle by Jordan Brooks. Gordon. The ball is out and recovered by Seattle. Seattle takes over at their 10 as they get a stop. And the ball recovered by Michael Jackson. 3rd down and 3. Wilson to Hamler. Incomplete with a flag. Woolen was in coverage on KJ Hamler.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 27. Molly placed at the spot of the foul. First down Denver.
He's going to struggle the rest of the night.
Here is Gordon. Not a very pretty looking play at the start. Wilson keeps, throws, pass is caught, but short of the end zone to bring up 3rd down. Play clock at 3. They get it away, they hand to Williams, ball comes out, recovered by Seattle. Jackson with the recovery. Wilson keeps, Jeudy. A lot of room for Jerry Jeudy out of bounds inside the 15. Wilson keeps. Flips. Passes. No signal yet. Flag shuts it down. Flag shuts it down even though Andrew Beck took it in.
Prior to the snap, ball start. Offense for the 14. Penalty. So 2nd down.
They're late again. Play clock at 1. They get it away. Wilson fails. End zone. Incomplete for Jeudy. 1. Wilson gets hit. Pass is incomplete. Pressure by Shelby Harris, and it's 4th and goal. 1-point game. Pressure off the edge, and Smith is sacked by Bradley Chubb.
Now, as I mentioned, Geno Smith he doesn't feel that, and he doesn't slide up. You've got Phil Haynes, the left guard,
He's getting pushed back a little bit too, but you slide up and help out.
4:02 left to play in the game. Denver's got the ball back. The Seahawks have the lead by a point.
All right, let's be sticky on this down, bro. Let's shut down at the run. Let's go.
Wilson throws, pass is caught. And a reach for the first down, depends where they put it. Oh, it's close. It is close by Okwuegbunam. Snap a bit low underneath Williams. First down. Javonte Williams stays upright and takes it up close to the 49, a gain of 8. Wilson finding him and recognizing what he had. Wilson has converted 5 of the last 6 third downs. Williams gets the catch and the tackle made by...
From his own 45, 3rd and 14. Russell takes the shotgun snap, looks, dumps it off near side. Williams makes one man miss. Seahawks drag him down short. And now it looks like McManus is going to come on the field. 4th down and 5. This isn't mile high. This isn't thin air. Here we go from 64 to try to take the lead. With 20 seconds left, McManus off the left hash. This thing is going to be no good. It could have been long enough, but it was just to the left of the upright. And the Seahawks are going to win their opener.
Hell yeah!
And you can't forget the 12th man. A big factor in this game. They came here early, they were loud, and they never let up. And Russell Wilson, the Broncos come in here and come up a point short.
Over the field. Russell Wilson not far behind the head coach Nathaniel Hackett. All the cameras on Russ as Russ and Pete congratulate each other. Geno Smith, Russell in an embrace out at midfield. Nobody gave these Hawks a chance, and they came out here and they fought, and that defense stood strong when they had to.
Love you, bro. Listen up. How you doing? Keep doing your thing. Listen up.
The folks you said had written you off, maybe? What does this say to them?
Yeah, they wrote me off. I ain't right back, though. That's the problem. I ain't right back. Let's go.
All right. Congratulations, Geno. Joe.
They wrote me off, and I didn't write back.
Break him down. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nobody. Ain't nobody thought we were gonna win that game. There's been talk for a whole freaking year and all that stuff. This wasn't like the greatest win of all time, fellas. It wasn't. We played a really good football game. We won at home like we're supposed to. Yep. Exactly like we're supposed to. Who gives a f about who the other team was? That's really the point. And we went out and played football. Fellas, you played smart tonight. We kept the penalties down. We took care of stuff so much during this night. And we kept even. How about your defense? One time, it was a bunch of stuff. Hey, what we've always said, give us an inch and we'll protect it. Yeah. Such a great inch. Such a great inch. Play the grass. That's a hell of a night's work. It's a hell of a night's work. Now, just own it up, though. It was just football. It was Monday night. The whole world watched this, which is awesome, and we love it. Any bit of your family, wherever they were, they saw that and enjoyed the shit out of it. But we learned that lesson. Every single time we go, it's a championship freaking opportunity, and we max it out. We do everything we can to get ready, and then you just go win the freaking game. 1-0, boys, is a nice way to start.
But listen, that's one game, man. Proud of every man in this locker room. We fought our ass off. Hey, we got to turn around and do it again next week, and the week after, and the week after. But enjoy this shit tonight. Let's go, Hawks on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Play fake. Mayfield's looking left. Gonna let it fly deep. Got a man, Van Jefferson.